Music has a way of taking us back to moments of love, heartbreak, and everything in between. Every song carries a story, and tonight we uncover the stories behind the melodies that once defined love. Welcome to Songs of the Heart, the podcast where we dive into the songs that once meant everything in a relationship. I'm Neo, and in each episode, we'll sit down with someone who has a song, a story, and a memory to share. Some are bittersweet, some are painful, and some might just surprise you. So plug in your headphones, take a deep breath, and let's take a trip down memory lane, one song at a time. Hey everyone, welcome back to Song of the Heart, the podcast where we explore the deep emotions and real-life stories behind the music that touches our souls. I'm Neo, and tonight we're diving into one of the most heart-wrenching songs of the modern era, Someone Like You by Adele. Someone Like You by Adele is one of the most heartbreaking and powerful ballads about lost love. The song was inspired by Adele's personal experience of heartbreak after a long-term relationship ended. She was deeply in love with someone, but he moved on and got married to another woman. In the song, Adele expresses her sadness, but also tries to be happy for her ex, even though it hurts. She wishes him the best and hopes to find someone like him someday. The lyrics reflect the pain of realizing that the person you loved has moved on while you're still struggling with the memories. What makes the song so powerful is Adele's raw emotion. She sings with so much feeling that many listeners connect with it deeply. It's a song about closure, acceptance, and the bittersweet nature of love and loss. Let me share you a story of someone I knew. Love is a beautiful thing. It lifts us up, makes us dream, and fills our hearts with warmth. But what happens when love slips through our fingers, leaving behind only memories? This is the story of Kay, a woman who loved deeply and lost just as deeply. Kay had been in love with Chris for years. They shared laughter, dreams, and a connection that felt unbreakable. She imagined a future with him, a life built on whispered secrets, quiet Sunday mornings, and an unspoken promise that they would always be together. But love, as wonderful as it is, can be unpredictable. One day Chris left. It wasn't because of a fight or a loss of love, but because life had taken him in a different direction. Kay wasn't ready for the goodbye, but he was. Time passed, and though she tried to move on, a part of her heart still belonged to Chris. Then one day, she heard the news. Chris was married. He had found someone new, someone who made him happy. Kay smiled through the pain, told herself she was happy for him, but inside, her heart ached. She walked through the streets alone that night, the cold air biting at her skin, and whispered a silent wish. I hope you remember me. I hope you were happy with me, and someday maybe I'll find someone like you. That night she sat by her window, looking at the stars, and let the tears fall. Not out of anger, not out of regret, but out of love. For a love that once was, and for the hope that someday love would find her again. And that, my friends, is the heartbreak that Someone Like You speaks of. It's that moment when you realize that no matter how much you loved someone, sometimes they're not meant to stay in your life forever. And that's okay, because life goes on, and love will find its way back to you. So tell me, have you ever experienced a love like this? A love that didn't last, but one that still holds a place in your heart? Let me know your thoughts. I'd love to hear your stories. So as we wrap up today's episode, let Someone Like You remind us that love, even when lost, shapes us. It teaches us resilience, compassion, and the beauty of healing. Thank you for joining us on Song of the Heart. If you enjoyed today's discussion, don't forget to follow, like, and share this episode. Until next time, keep your heart open and let the music guide your way.
Shadows dance where dreams